Well, it all goes down today in the good old-fashioned state of Texas, where 50 Democrats have literally fled the state for the sole purpose that they can't do their job. You see, the Democrats are really pissed off that the Republicans have a majority there, and because of that, they are going to redraw some of the congressional maps and the redistricting lines. Well, they planned on doing it, but have now been prevented because Democrats have fled the state. Of course, this is not the first time that they've fled from doing their jobs. They've done it back in 2021 and other times as well, but now they're doing it again. And this has pissed off Governor Abbott and even Ken Paxton, who, well, are threatening them with arrest, the removal of them from their position, and even labeling them felons. I've got a lot to share with you in today's report because it is really getting interesting. But let's start first with this article on VoteBeat. Texas House Democrats fled the state in a bid to block GOP's proposed congressional map. Texas Democrat lawmakers fled the state on Sunday in a bid to block passage of a new congressional map designed to give the GOP 5 additional seats in the U.S. House next year, raising the stakes in what is posed to be a national fight over redistricting ahead of New Year's midterm election. The maneuver, undertaken by most of the Texas House's 62 Democrats, deprives the Republican-controlled chamber of quorum, the number of lawmakers needed to function under the House rules, ahead of a scheduled Monday vote, that's today, on the draft map. In order for them to have to cancel the whole thing, there has to be the absence of 51 or more Democrats. And they have literally fled the state. Not only that, but it goes on to say where they fled to. Most House Democrats left Texas Sunday afternoon en route to the Chicago area, where they're expected to hold a press conference with Governor Pritzker. In fact, 30 of them. Some also went to New York to meet Governor Hochul, who, by the way, has been condemning the redistricting efforts in Texas and even entertained the idea of retaliating with new maps in her own area. A third contingent of lawmakers also departed for Boston to attend the National Conference of State Legislators Annual Legislative Summit. So there we go. Well, the crap is literally hitting the fan with all of this. But before I move on, I got to give a quick shout out to my sponsor, Noble Gold Investments. Look, if you're getting close to retirement, or maybe you're just thinking ahead and you're planning for that, well, you've probably done a good job of saving good, solid money. The problem with that is sometimes people don't consider that cash just sitting as cash can really lose its value. I mean, inflation goes up and it brings down the price of the dollar. That is why thousands of Americans are turning to solid investments like gold and silver. And right now, I want to encourage you to do the same, because Noble Gold Investments will ship silver and gold right to your doorstep for you to have tangibly in your hands. And that's why I want to encourage you. Go to lisahavengold.com, fill out this information now, click that button at the bottom that says email me my wealth kit, and they will email you an absolutely free protection wealth kit today. Better yet, if you want to talk to them one-on-one about that physical, tangible gold and silver, give them a call at the number on the screen, 1-877-646-5347, and make sure you let them know you heard it on Lisa Haven. And by the way, there's always a risk to investing, and there's never a guarantee. And consult your financial advisor before making any investment decisions. But if you want more information, click that more button or click the link in the description box below. But with that, these Democrats have done this exiting stage left before. In fact, one Democrat, James and Talarico, put this out. He says, me and my Democrat colleagues have just left the state of Texas to break quorum. They're actually bragging about it and stop Donald Trump's redistricting power grab. Trump is trying to rig the elections right before our eyes, but he'll have to come through us. It is time to fight back, he says. And it's just a whole bunch of hullabaloo that he's talking about here. But the truth of the matter is, they left the state. They're bragging about it. And the entire reason they did it is so they couldn't do their jobs. But hey, here's the deal. Ken Paxton, the AG, is not too happy about it. Here's what he put out on yesterday, August 3rd. Democrats in Texas House who try to run away like cowards should be found, arrested, and brought back to the Capitol immediately. We should use every tool at our disposal to hunt those down who think they are above the law. Amen. Because again, there's been no penalties for them to do this in the past, and they keep doing it over and over again. I love what Governor Abbott put out on a statement regarding the Democrats breaking quorum. And he says this: Governor Abbott today released the following statement outlining the legal consequences that House Democrat members face for breaking quorum, including the potential loss of their seats and felony violations. This letter is also being sent directly to the individual members who have fled Texas. The governor's full statement is as follows. Real Texans don't run from a fight, but that's exactly what most of the Texas House Democrats just did. Rather than doing their job and voting on urgent legislation affecting the lives of all Texans, they have fled Texas to deprive the House of the quorum necessary to meet and conduct business. He goes on, this truancy ends now. The derelict Democrat House members must return to Texas and be in attendance when the House reconvenes at 3 p.m. on Monday, August 4th. That is today. It is early in the morning right now, about early this morning. So we have not yet hit that 3 p.m. time frame, but it's coming, folks. It's coming. And he says, for any member who fails to do so, so if they don't show up, I will invoke Texas Attorney General opinion number KP-0382 to remove the missing Democrats from membership in the Texas House. In that opinion, the AG considered whether Texas law allows for a determination that a legislator has vacated office if they intentionally break quorum, which they have, and they did it intentionally. The AG concluded that whether a specific legislator abandoned his or her offices such that a vacancy occurred will be a fact question for a court. He further concluded that through a quo warranto action, a district court may determine that a legislator has forfeited his or her office due to abandonment and can remove the legislator from the office, thereby creating a vacancy. That empowers me to swiftly fill vacancies under Article 3, Section 13 of the Texas Constitution. In addition to abandoning their offices, which is what they have done, these legislators may also have committed felonies. That means they're subject to arrest, right? Many absentee Democrats are soliciting funds to evade the fines they will incur under House rules. Any Dem who solicits, accepts, or agrees to accept such funds to assist in the violation of legislation duties for purposes of skipping a vote may have violated bribery laws. See, penal code, blah, 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 blah. The same could be true for any other person who offers, confers, or agrees to confer such funds to fleeing Democrat members. I will use my full extradition authority to demand the return to Texas of any potential out-of-state felons. Again, and who are they being harbored by? J.B. Pritzker, Governor Holtzell, and they're in Boston. Wow, I think he's warning them they could get in trouble as well. Those are pretty harsh things to say. You know, we're going to charge you with the felon, and there's bribery laws there because you're using certain money to pay for these little rendezvous just so you don't have to do your job. And hey, if you're actually literally vacating your seat, then hell, let's take you at your word. And now we're going to have a vacancy in your seat, and now shall no longer work for the United States government. I mean, this is brilliant on his part because this isn't the first time it's happened. It has happened time and time and time again. Well, the clock is ticking for these Democrats, and it's only a matter of time. Can't wait to fill you in on what happens. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.